You and I are going to model how to play Fraction Top It. Okay, so this is where we each have cards numbered from 1 to 10. We'll each turn over 2 cards. We'll make one the numerator and one the denominator. For this round, we're going to make sure the denominator is the larger number. And then we're going to compare our fractions and see who has the larger fraction. In this game, the largest fraction wins. We have just a whiteboard and a marker, or you could just use scratch paper to kind of help us if we need to draw out anything or do any equations, okay? Okay, so let's play Fraction Top It. Turn over 2 cards. I got a 6 and a 10. We're going to call that one a 1, buddy. The ace counts as a 1. I'm going to make sure my smaller number is the numerator. So I have 6/10 as it is right now. What do you have right now? 1/4. Is your fraction in the simplest form? Yes. 1/4 is the simplest form. Is 6/10 in the simplest form? No, it's not. What could I reduce this down to? 3/5. Okay, so really now we're comparing 3/5 versus 1/4. Who has the larger fraction, you or me?
You.
How do you know?
Because the numerator is bigger than the other one.
Sure, my numerator is bigger. I have 3 as a numerator and you have 1 as a numerator. But that could be the case and I could still have a smaller fraction. What about if we were comparing it, sorry, did you want to say something?
No.
Okay, what if we were comparing it to half? If I have 3/5, is that more than half or less than half?
More.
That's more than half. What about yours? Is 1/4 more than half or less than half? Less than half. So we automatically know mine's closer to a half, it's greater than half, and yours is less than half, so that makes me think I have the larger fraction. That's when we could figure that out, okay? All right, so I'm going to take all the cards. I won that round. Let's put them on the bottom. Let's play again. What's your fraction this time?
5/7.
5/7. Great job. And mine is half. Remember, ace counts as 1, so I have 1/2, which is half. Whose is the bigger fraction?
Mine.
Okay, you sound a little bit unsure. Talk to me about how we're going to figure it out for sure. What could we do this time?
Oh, this time this one's higher than a half, and that one's exactly a half.
Excellent job. This is exactly a half. We know that 5/7 is more than half. Okay, so I think this time you're right. Yours is greater than half, so go ahead and take all the cards. Right now we're all tied up. Let's play another round. I pulled a 9 and a 7. I'm going to make sure my 7 goes on the top. I have 7/9. What do you have?
Oh.
There you go, buddy.
2/3.
2/3. Okay. Just looking at these, do you have an idea which fraction is larger?
Mine.
Why do you think that?
Because mine is just 1 away from the denominator.
Okay. Okay.
And yours is farther.
Okay, that's one way of thinking about it. You know what I want us to do this time? I want us to use our scratch paper over here. And I want to show you how we can make these fractions have common denominators, and that way we can compare them exactly. Okay? So I'm going to write down, and I want you to write down too. You have 2/3. And then underneath of that, I want you to write my fraction, which is 7/9. And then Hector, let's decide between 3 and 9, looking at these denominators, what is the least common multiple between the numbers 3 and 9?
27.
You could do 27. I know one that's lower than that.
Oh, wait,
9. Okay, so let's make both of the denominators equal to 9. And then Hector, what did we do with 9 to get to 9?
Multiply it by 1.
Yeah, just multiply by 1. So 7 times 1, what's that?
7.
7. This fraction didn't change. It's still 7/9. Let's work with our other fraction. We were at 2/3. What did we do to this denominator? 3 to equal 9.
Times 3.
Times 3 is correct. So if we do that to the denominator, we also need to do that to the numerator. What's 2 times 3?
6.
6. Okay, so Hector, now we're able to compare fractions that have the same denominator. 7/9 versus 6/9. Who has the greater fraction?
Yours.
Mine is the greater fraction, right? By how much?
Just by by 1.
Just by 1/9, right? So mine has 7/9, you have 6/9. My fraction is 1/9 bigger than yours. That's a pretty small portion. I'm going to take all the cards because even though it's a small portion, my fraction is great.